What's going on? It's Fist, bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because that's what I do. And I had you come over to this channel from my Fisticuffs channel to talk about, you know, the perks. I don't know. I really didn't start looking into it until Thunder tweeted. He's like, oh, these perks should be 3 points, and this perk should be this and that and that. You know, then I started looking at the perks more closely. I went to Charlie Delta whatever.com and I started looking at the perks. I found something. I found something that is conducive to the stick. You know what? I'm not gonna say that the developers at Activision have any sense of how to making the game more stick orientated. Although we have leaning, vaulting, and sliding. I mean, is it just by dumb luck, or is this the way it's planned? So you know, if you are a Call of Duty fan who's played Call of Duty since day one, and you want to stick around this video because I got some Ghost gameplay in here. And if you're a Call of Duty fan, if you've been around since day one, and you experience and know all of the perks and loadouts and attachments, then you will know. I mean, this year has been the most eye-opening for me out of all the Call of Duties. And I think that's because they put more emphasis on attachments and perks and what they do. And they might be more detailed even more when Ghosts come out. And what I mean by this is if you're a true Call of Duty fan, if you played this game, then you will notice what I've noticed. What I've noticed by looking at the perks is that there's some perks that are redundant, or there's some perks that are already pro perks, meaning they're already opposite of other perks, meaning they are already pro perks in the game. It's just the fact that some people are going to use certain perks, and they might not, the light bulb might not come on in their head until later on in the game. But I've realized right from the beginning, there are perks right now that are redundant for veteran Call of Duty players, and it's going to be a huge advantage. Then you take the attachments and what kind of defined definition they have, you know, comparative to Black Ops 2. I mean, there's going to be a huge curve as to what combinations to use and why. And some people are going to dismiss them. Anyway, so check out this Ghost gameplay. So, you know, got this little Ghost gameplay, this MTAR with a silencer, blah blah blah. You know, minimap left-hand corner. I don't like the kill feed. And the funny thing is that you got the bullets that shoot out here that are pretty crazy. Like, you know, it's not that bad. But going back to talking about the perks in this game, a lot of people, you got to remember, the game's going to start out a certain way, and then it's going to start with a big huge curve, and this curve might be a little bit longer, meaning people are going to have a little bit longer time to learn, so you're going to be able to get away with things. It's not until people learn the maps that you could start changing your perks. But right off the rip, I see some of the perks are already pro perks, and if you use them, they cancel out other perks. Now, I'm going to go over that on my Fisticuffs channel when the game comes out. I don't want to go over it just yet because, you know, I wanted to have the advantage and just slaughter people and enjoy it. But I am letting the cat out of the bag to let you know that there are redundant perks that are in the game that give you clearly a huge advantage over the other team or the other players. So now if you have the ability to see that and take advantage of it, I suggest you do so. Now, as far as the other games go, Battlefield and Titan War, everybody's talking about these other games. You know, is there only one other game coming out this fall, and that's Battlefield 4. And so, obviously, everybody is going to be playing Titans when it comes out, or at least going to buy it because they're going to want to try a new shooter, especially the ones that are made by Call of Duty. Let's not forget that. That's a given. We all know that's going to happen. I mean, like a dumbass could figure that out. But, you know, as far as like the kill streaks in the game, the support kill streaks, here's the one thing that I'm having a decision on what I want to do. Do I want to milk Call of Duty for all the money I possibly can? That is a question. Because I am with Respawn Entertainment. So I could use a team of support people to run support, to get high scores. And realistically speaking, most of the people on YouTube don't give a shit about combination. I mean, there's a very few of us who actually care about, like, the little stuff. You know, the little stuff that makes it tons of easy on you in the game. That's the stuff that I'm going to post on the Fisticuffs channel. But I don't know if I want to just go ahead and rape this game and see how many subscribers. Because during Black Ops 2, I gained like 20,000 subs. And realistically, I mean, that's all I have to do is just follow the guideline, do a bunch of kills, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be a lot easier because they took Ground War out. I mean, the reason why I played Ground War, because it was challenging to me. Now, what do you think you're going to play? I'm going to play 6v6 domination all day. That's where you're going to be able to get your highest scores. And what do you got to worry about? 6 people? I mean, that's like fucking taking candy from a baby. That's the bitchest game mode there is. And if you have like 5 other people running support with you, motherfuckers are going to be quitting. The server's not going to shut down, or there's not going to be no host migration this time. But motherfuckers are going to get raped. Raped. Believe me, it's a lot easier to play 6v6, and it's tons more easier to play 4v4. Tons a lot easier. What do you got to worry about? 3 or 4 other people? That's fucking cakewalk. I mean, isn't this what we wanted to get away from in the first place? We did want to get away from this Gears of War not having servers, and then they get servers, and it's only like 4 on 4. It's like, it's fucking shit's boring. And now, like, Call of Duty is fucking going backwards. Because they have dedicated service in the United States, they're gonna go, okay, we're taking away Ground War. What the fuck is that? I don't understand that shit. Please tell me. Please fucking explain it to me. Why? I mean, I know why. It's because, you know what? Their servers are not going to be able to handle 9v9. Even though they say they have dedicated servers. Of course you could say you got dedicated servers. Player to player can handle 6v6 team deathmatch. I get 4 fucking bars now. I wanted dedicated servers for 9v9. That was the whole fucking point. 9v9 team deathmatch. 9v9 domination. 9v9 any of the new fucking game modes that are in the Call of Duty Ghosts. How about that? And that's another reason why people are going to Battlefield 4. How is it that Battlefield 4 is 60 frames a second and 9v9 and on Xbox One? Please tell me, how the fuck do they pull it off? How is it that Activision cannot do what EA does? Activision is like bigger than that EA. They got more money. And Xbox is sucking their cock. I don't get it. Anyways, all I want to say is this. You know, you guys, I mean, there's probably going to be a huge shift this year. I would say an additional 2 million units, which would put Battlefield 4 at 6 million units. And Ghost at 6 million units this year. It's never been split down the middle. And I think this will be the first year that Call of Duty Ghosts either is going to be up by 1 million or tied. I don't think they're going to do this. They're not going to do over 7 million. I can tell you that right now. And I tell you, Battlefield 4 is probably going to do a lot more than people think. And that's because people are underestimating the power. And you know what? Activision's underestimating the power of YouTube as well. You know, you want to push away the people who've made your game, these fucking powerhouses on YouTube. They just will fucking go play Battlefield. And then what do you got? Who's fucking cheerleading your game? If you ain't got big hitters cheerleading your game, out of sight, out of mind. Anyways, get the fuck out of here.
Beaten and bloody we live.